So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They come out here in the eye. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll look to throw here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man on the out route. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
This is Crowell, and he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
They'll set up to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the QB steps over the line of scrimmage. That's an illegal forward pass.
And that is so rare because at the different positions, you have to know different things. Wide receivers have to know where the first down line is. Quarterbacks almost always know where the line of scrimmage is.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And tough starting field position here. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, not a gain that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. And they'll run it here. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Holding. Defense.
Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Four yards remaining now on second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards. And when your receiver is, say, 6'2" or taller, you get those big-body guys, they're made for those fades, aren't they?
They really are. It's the exact call you want. You nailed it. Big-body guys, big catch radius. Put the ball up there. Put
Let him get it.
Yeah, put up on the top shelf where the kids can't go get it.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case, most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really tipped off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
They'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Detroit!
They go back to the ground now with Crowell. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is round.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So here we go, first and 10 now. He'll look to throw. And Olsen over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right, the sync just wasn't there.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. They've had a tough time tracking him down all night, and that might have been the best chapter in the Super Bowl book so far.
And I don't want to jinx him, but I just saw the engraver walk by with the Super Bowl MVP trophy. Maybe it's in order for him.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Can't find anyone open. Going underneath for Crowell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a second down. And he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Now back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are back within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Kuhn's on to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So just 1 yard to go here on third down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
6 yards to go here on second down. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is good. Now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Boy, a 3rd miss of the game right there. By rights, they could be high and dry right now, but instead, this is still a ball game.
And defensively here, you can't let this affect you. You've got to go out and do your job, not worry about someone else's.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield,
they come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
it didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll look to throw. Surveying the field. Look at the time. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. He's back to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going underneath for Crowell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we saw a lot of points. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because would you have even thought that we get to overtime after what we witnessed for 4 quarters?
Not at all.
And have 0 points on either side? Not a chance, right? And somehow it happened. We always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got 1 good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I was trying to go for 3.
Dinner on you. My good
Tried
man.
to go for 3.
Nothing between these 2 teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone. It's a touchdown. And in perhaps the greatest Super Bowl ever, they have won the game in overtime.
Wow.
And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.